Hey, it's Mark again. Just a quick video to show you another trade adjustment I'm doing. Today is Wednesday, and we still have 2.5 days left on this trade, just on the short side. We have till June on the long side. But let me show you what I'm doing here. The stock is down from the high of where I was doing this trade adjustment yesterday. It's down about, I don't know, like $9 or something like that, $8. So what I did yesterday was I rolled my 400 calls to the 375 calls, and I pocketed like $11,500. And then I went out and sold for $1,855 or $1,855 a contract. The 375s were just slightly in the money. And I got about $16.50 of juice. Well, you can see right now, this extrinsic value is down to $10.25 a juice because we've lost $377 from the close. So what I'm going to do is now I think we've made enough money this week. I'm going to pocket another $58.57 and or $6,000, let's call it, and then I'm going to roll out to next week and just keep this trade going. So all I'm going to do is right mouse click here, create a rolling order, sell the 7. I'm going to go out to next week, and you're going to see you can see right here the calls for next week, and I'm going to go right at the money, and you can see the extrinsic value is 20. Let's see, the stock is at 369, so it's right at 370. The extrinsic value is $2,500 a contract, 2478, right? You can see that there. So I'm going to roll to those 370s for next week. Next week is December 13th, so let's just go ahead and roll to the 370s. This is kind of a modified defending your position strategy. Ideally, you want to defend at the strike price, but since there's a lot of juice in this, we have the leeway to be able to defend it a little bit lower. And so I'm cool defending it lower. I mean, this stock could go back up and I may regret it, but I'm happy making this juice. Now look at the credit I get. So we're buying it back for about 10 bucks, and then I'm getting another $1,465 for next week. I'll take it. I like that times 7 contracts. That's like another 10 grand. So I'm good to make another 10 grand. All I have to do is wait a week to do it. So I'm going to buy back my 375s, which are slightly out of the money now, and now the stock's going back up. I'm going to roll to the 370s, and I'm just going to execute that at the market, and we're going to make this happen. Here we go. Okay. Let's check the portfolio. And so we are out of these December 6th 375s, and now we're in the December 370s for next week. We picked up, let's see, how much juice did we get? We got $2,573 per contract, and that's $18,000 for next week. So I pocketed about $6,500 today just from 1 day of trading, and now I've moved it out to next week to make another $18,000. So I'm not going to do all the math on this right now, but yesterday, as of the close of the day, including today's trade and including all the juice we're going to get, was about $42,000. It's obviously not going to be that. It's $36,000 because I made it 36, plus another $18,000 by next Friday that we'll make in juice. So that's 36, 46, 54,000 I'm up to in collecting juice for just the last 2.5 weeks. I hope you can follow the math. If not, you got to watch my other 9 videos on here. The last one yesterday had a little bit more math, and I'll give you some more math as we go along. But I wanted to just get this trade entry and trade adjustment in the book so you can see what I'm doing as the stock has dropped a little bit, because Bitcoin has dropped a little bit. I make trade adjustments. Really important. It's not buying a stock and selling a call. It's what you do after that. It's how you make your trade adjustments. I'm giving you a couple ideas based on my trading plan. Everybody has their own trading plan. Now, I'm getting a lot of comments that are like, hey, Mark, but now you're in the money. So you can see the stock is at 370 and I have the 370s. Okay. And most people are used to selling covered calls. Okay. Most other people on the internet talk about doing covered calls and letting them expire. I don't do that, right? I wouldn't have bought a June of 2025 250 call with 7 months to go or 6 months to go if I was just going to do this for a week. So I don't care that it's in the money. In fact, I want to be in the money. I won't make any more money at 371 than I will at 400, but I want it to be in the money. That's the max amount I can make. Now, if you change your focus to go to focus just on the juice, that's what makes this trade make sense. Right? If you focus on, oh, it's in the money and it's going to get exercised and it's going to get assigned. Look, It doesn't get assigned. Watch all of my other videos on my channel. I've been doing this for decades, right? When you're in the money, it doesn't mean you get assigned. The brokerage firm exercises and assigns in the money options at expiration. Yes, this December 13th 370 call, if you let it expire in the money, in other words, if it closes higher than 370, that's an exercise. Then you're going to wake up on Monday morning on the 16th of December or whatever, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm short 700 shares. But they're not going to take your 250 calls, right? They're not going to take those away from you, generally. I've never seen it happen. I guess they could, but it covers it. You're going to be short, and then you're going to be long the 250s, so they're going to be kind of moving together. And then you're going to have to unwind the short shares, and you're going to have to go ahead and sell another call. That's the way the mechanics work. So don't be freaking out like, oh my God, you're in the money. This is like the most common question, and it's not ignorant if you ask the question. It's ignorant if you don't learn the answer to the question. Okay? This is the most common question I'm getting, is that if you're in the money, you're going to automatically get assigned, or there's a big possibility that you're going to get assigned those in the money options. They're going to take away your base position. They're not. Okay? The way it works is at expiration, on the 13th, they'll do those short assignments, but they won't do the long assignment because it's not expiring. So that's covering the brokerage firm. Remember, the brokerage firm doesn't want to get hammered and lose money. They're going to feel pretty safe with those 250 calls against your short position that you're going to be wearing on the day after expiration. Don't worry about that. We're going to be rolling the calls. You saw I just did a roll, right? It's really easy to do a roll every Friday, guys. You just get in there, you right mouse click it, roll it to the next week or the next strike or both, and that's how you make the money on this. So today I made another $6,500 or something like that, and now I'm going to make another $18,000 for next week, all because I'm sitting here and rolling. I'm not worried about my stock getting taken away. I hope that puts that question and that comment to rest. I'm sure it's going to keep coming up because it's such a misconception, and so many people teach this wrong. That's why so many people don't do covered calls. It's one of the easiest and best ways to make money. I love it. You can see the benefit. I'm up to what did I just say? Like $52,000 or $54,000 in juice on the trade. I have to wait for that juice to come in next Friday, which is 9 days from now. But I'm cool with that. I've done a couple of 9-day trades on this already, and I like making $50,000 on a pretty small amount invested. By the way, if it's not clear to you, go back and watch this whole playlist. It's now up to 9 or 10 videos about MicroStrategy. Okay, go back to the first one, which was a couple of weeks ago, and watch how I was in the money and how I rolled down, and then I rolled up, and I've rolled down a couple of times. Watch the life cycle of this trade. I'll keep updating you so that you start to understand it, but I highly recommend you go back to the history of this, spend a couple hours, watch these videos so you kind of understand the mentality and the math of what I'm doing. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Hey, it's Mark Yegan. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button right now. It helps get the same kind of material out to other people and helps me grow the channel a little bit. Also, if you would like the video, if you think it's cool, great. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down, but tell me why you're giving me a thumbs down so I can get better. And then hit the notification bell, and that way you get the videos as soon as they come out, because I give you timely information a lot of the time, and you want to know what happens before that information gets stale. Thanks for being here.